I've been putting the Moser TSW truck wheel to the test. Let me tell you, this thing is a game changer. Moser very kindly provided me with a load of gear to review: the TSW truck wheel, the truck mount, the R9 base, and the HGP gear stick. Now, Moser usually make racing simulation products, but this was their first truck simulation wheel. So let's open the box, and this is a 400mm diameter truck wheel. That's the standard size for most trucks. It's coated with microfiber leather that's hand stitched, and I've got to say, this feels really premium. The leather is obviously not real leather, but it feels so nice. Perhaps better than the real steering wheel in my car. There's 14 RGB backlit buttons. Now, all of them have a nice tactile feel, and there are thumb wheels and joysticks. The joysticks are like Xbox controller joysticks, and the thumb wheels you can push up and down to adjust things like cruise control, or you can choose whatever you want them to do. We've also got an RPM LED light at the top, and it has Moser's quick release on the back. That means you can easily release it from your base and put another wheel on there. But also, Moser have an open ecosystem, so even if you don't have a Moser base, and by the way, you do need a base for this thing to work, it's just the rim on its own, not the actual wheel unit. You can use this on other third-party wheelbases with an adapter. The wheel connects wirelessly through, I think, some kind of magnetic connection to the base. That's really good. No messy wires coming out the back of the wheel. But the thing about this wheel is just how big it is. It is huge. 400mm is pretty large, but it does really help with immersion in truck sims. In the box, you also get a really nice sticker pack, so you can customize what your wheel looks like and what the buttons do. The only thing this wheel doesn't have, which I think it should, is a horn in the very center. That'd be kind of cool to have, right? You do have the horn button, but it's over on the left-hand side. Now for the truck wheel clamp. This is an optional extra, and what it enables you to do is adjust your wheel's rake and height, unlike the normal tailored clamp for Moser wheels, which is just fixed in one position. You can adjust it between 0 and 75 degrees. It's also height adjustable. You do need an Allen key to adjust the height and the rake. Just make sure that you undo the nuts properly before you start adjusting the rake, otherwise it can slightly take the paint off. I made that mistake, but you know, it is very easy to adjust it. I'm really impressed. Both the wheel and the clamp are compatible with all Moser bases, which is great to see. Here's me installing the truck mount. I did have a little bit of an issue to start with. I'm not a very handy person. The diagrams on the box are okay. There's only 4 of them. Basically, you have to install lots of washers and spring washers just to make sure it's all nice and tight. And you can actually reverse it. You can mount it underneath your desk or on top. I eventually settled for on top of the desk. I found the perfect height for me. It's so easy to adjust. And here are all the elements on the desk. We've got the HGP shifter on the right, and then the truck clamp with the Moser R9 base and the truck wheel on it. It looks really good. It is pretty big, but for immersion, you can't really beat it. I've been testing it in 2 different games, American Truck Simulator and BeamNG. So first up, American Truck Simulator. Bear in mind, everything I say about American Truck Simulator is the same for Euro Truck Sim 2. The ease of setup is just great. The wheel actually comes pre-loaded with some settings in the game. I did have to go through the list and then adjust it for myself. You've got your horn on there, you've got lights, cruise control buttons, even volume controls for music. Here are my control setups. You can pause the video here if you want to copy them, but you can probably find better control setups online from other people. I set the degrees of rotation in American Truck Sim to 1,440. You do have to turn the wheel quite a lot, but it gives you so much precision. The wheel has a nice weight to it, and obviously the R9 base provides brilliant direct drive force feedback, but the wheel is just so nice to handle. It's very comfortable to lay your hands on it at about 30 degrees, that nice angle on top of your desk. This thing does not feel like a toy. It really feels like the real deal. I actually kind of lost myself in driving the truck. I've not really enjoyed American Truck Sim this much in such a long time, and the wheel really does make all the difference. Parking is a little bit difficult just because of how big it is. If you're not used to this kind of size of wheel, you'll probably have to relearn how to park efficiently and accurately. But what you can do is buy one of those little knobs that goes on the wheel. It kind of wraps around the wheel, and then you can hold onto the wheel and you can spin the wheel much faster. I think a lot of truckers in real life do have these little knobs. So I'm going to be getting one of those, and I'm going to report back how I find it. What about BeamNG? Well, I used the Segra Ultimate, that Euro Truck style mod in BeamNG, and again, it felt amazing. The Segra has up to 1800 degrees of rotation. That's 5 full rotations of the wheel lock to lock, and it's a learning curve to kind of relearn having to turn the wheel so much just to get around a 90-degree corner, but really fun. Again, the size of the wheel and its kind of weighty feel makes it much easier to feel when the truck is losing grip. And it's also much more precise for parking and moving your trailer around. On a map like Italy, where there's lots of tight streets, having the big wheel for that precision driving does help. The big question is, should you get the Moser TSW truck wheel? Well, what's the price? It's $299 or €329 or £299. The clamp itself, that's $49, €55 or £39. So in total, you're looking at about $350. Well, if you're serious about truck simulators and you want to enhance the feel of your direct drive wheel from Moser or another company, I definitely recommend this. It is quick release, it's so easy to take on and off, and the premium feel of this wheel just blew me away. Seriously, I'm not joking when I say this feels better than my Saab 9.5 steering wheel, even though that's real leather and this isn't. You know, it's hand-stitched. You're not going to find that on many different wheels. Again, these are my honest opinions, and I'm very grateful for Moser for sending me this. I'm going to be using this in the future on all of the videos for things like truck sims and bus sims, but I'll also be reviewing the R9 base in the future for racing sims and drifting, things like that. I have got a smaller wheel rim, and yeah, expect to see the truck sim wheel and the R9 base in my future content. If you're wondering about the shifter, that also feels super nice. It would be nice to have some buttons on it. I have found that there aren't quite enough buttons for all the controls on the actual Moser TSW truck wheel, but in the future, apparently they're going to bring out an indicator stalk cluster. So you're going to have your lights on there, your wipers, the indicators themselves. It looks crazy. I've never seen anything like this for PC simulation gaming. As you can tell, I'm really excited to be using this thing. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you going to get one? I'll leave links in the description to the Moser truck wheel and the clamp. Thanks for watching. Big thanks to everyone at Moser for sending me the gear, and I'll see you soon for some more simulator adventures.